because an individual is homeless, it's not due to the fact because they just want to. A lot of people like me have no option.
Yeah.
We're just like any other person. In some cases, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've met some really, really like beautiful monsters out here.
Yeah.
Like really, really beautiful, loving people. And when I compare it to the people that, you know, are better off than us, dude, like, you wouldn't imagine like the things that I've heard from people driving by, and I'd rather share a meal with a homeless man than a man that has a roof over his head.
Yeah.
So like, I just want you guys to understand that we're no different than anybody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should be treated that way. Maybe there would be a little bit more change.
All right, so we're here in the Gail Miller Resource Center in Salt Lake. Excited to talk to some people that are sheltered here that have experienced homelessness for anywhere from a few weeks to many, many years. Excited to interview some of them and get to know kind of the resources available for people in the homeless community. We are here with Micah. Mike, if you want to just kind of explain what you do here at the Gail Miller Resource Center.
Yeah, my name is Micah. I'm the director here at the Gail Miller Resource Center. I'm helping really drive all housing-focused operations, so working with our case management team that directly oversees client services, and then working with our advocate team that helps clients day to day, really focusing on that client support for that 24-hour need. So yeah.
Awesome.
Right now we're serving 250 clients with overflow, right? We talk about
Wow.
the number of beds in the community that are needed.
Yeah.
And the last years we've seen a significant increase. Weekly we're seeing 200 folks turned away
Wow.
from shelter, 200 instances where someone's turned away from a shelter program on the single side.
Yeah.
Gail tends to typically see the highest number of turnaways just being centrally located and where we're at. So there's definitely been an increase of beds, needed beds in the community, and we're seeing that a lot every week.
I was asking, what is like your elevator pitch literally for how people can get involved, like best way for people to get involved in ending homelessness in Utah?
I think the best way, in my opinion, is coming and volunteer, right? Coming and volunteer and seeing what goes on, right? Because I think sometimes, like we talked about, the stay in shelter, someone enters shelter, they leave within 100 days or so. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and so I think volunteering is the first step, right? That change of perspective.
Yep.
It's not a one approach fits all. There's a lot of different programs that are needed. So I think volunteering, getting to know all the work that goes on is the first step.
Yeah, awesome. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, got some Mountain Dew?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, I'm Talmadge.
I'm Barbara.
Barbara, we're gonna...
This is Max.
And Max, wow, beautiful dog. What we're doing is we're trying to gain more empathy for individuals, experiencing homelessness and these struggles, right, in Salt Lake.
I came to Utah at first, maybe about 2-3 months after Hurricane Katrina.
Oh wow, okay.
My family and I are not close. We've never been close.
Yeah.
Okay? We come from a bad home.
Sure.
A very bad home. But because of us coming from a bad home, we've just never been close.
Yeah.
And you think that will make people close. It doesn't. When I came here, I had my 3 children.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I had a hard time finding a job, keeping a job because of the mental stuff of me going through everything. When you don't have support from family and you don't know nobody, it's hard.
Yeah.
I was working nights. My mother was watching my children while I was working, but my family all got together and went behind my back, and they was talking about taking my kids from me. My daughter told me about it, and I told her, I said, no, that's not gonna happen because Mama's a good mom. I love y'all. They have even told my own children that I didn't love them, that I didn't want them, because my own family has told me I'm not meant to be loved. Sorry.
You okay?
I've been taught that showing signs of crying is a weakness.
No, I don't think so.
Okay?
You've been through a lot. Well, Barbara, thank you for sharing your story and those hardships. I know it's hard to be vulnerable and open up and talk about those things, obviously, but we're here to listen, right? And we hear you.
I've been here since 2001. I had a pretty normal life. I have 5 kids.
Okay, wow.
I was married 20 years.
Wow.
After we divorced, I moved here to Utah.
Okay.
And
What brought you here?
I have a best friend who lives here.
Okay. Do you have any other like income or other sponsorships or other ways to kind of earn your living and your keep, or is it mainly from what you get from the resource center?
From the resource center. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty dependent on it right now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the first time in my life I haven't had a job.
Yeah.
And I usually had 2 jobs, and sometimes I had 4 jobs.
Wow.
I was a single mom with 5 kids.
Yeah. Not
So-
easy. And your kids now, do you still have
Yeah,
a
they're
relationship
older.
with all of them?
They're
Okay.
all
Okay.
adults.
Okay. Okay.
I want them to enjoy their life and be happy without worrying about taking care of their mom.
Yeah.
I can take care of myself. Like I just fell down for a minute. I can get
Yeah.
back up.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that positivity.
I never thought I was gonna be here. I used to have a big giant house.
Yeah. So I think you have a very interesting story, given that like it happened so rapidly and so quickly, right? And it's been recent, right? You said
Yeah.
nine months or so.
Mm-hmm.
What has kind of been your experiencing homelessness? Like, do you feel like you've got all the resources you need?
Here is a really nice place. Like I worked at one in Michigan,
Okay.
and it wasn't. They didn't have as many services, and
Okay.
they didn't have everything like housing and things like that.
Yeah.
So like, I think I'm in a good place. I just think it's sad, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Like the mental illness and the drug use, and that part is sad for me.
Yeah.
Like I was raised by a drug addict,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandma and grandpa took me from my mom and dad because my parents were
Yeah.
like that, and you just like you're forced to face it all times.
Yeah.
Here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Do you struggle with any of that? Or are you talking mainly about your peers?
My peers. Like I don't. I haven't done anything since I was a teenager in New Orleans.
Okay. Yeah.
Except I was an alcoholic.
Okay.
But I have been clean for 4 years.
Oh, congrats.
Since I moved to Utah, I tried to not drink at all. I
Yeah.
tried to like completely.
Yeah. I'd love to kind of know, like, if you just had something to tell viewers about, like, experiencing homelessness and your peers. I'm sure you've met a lot of people through this process and that are in similar situations. What would you say? What would be your kind of advice or your little pitch to them on helping and trying to better understand people in this situation?
Well, I mean, like if there's enough, like I used to give to the homeless, and I thought I was doing enough, but like I could have done way more.
Yeah.
And you think giving a little bit is enough, but like if everybody gave a little bit more and thought about like there are people just like me, that maybe it would be a little bit easier for us. My daughter would always get mad at me, like she's like, oh, I don't want to give anybody my hand-me-downs because that's not fair, and she'd want to go buy new clothes. So sometimes we would do that, but it's a lot different to get something new than somebody's torn sweater. Like,
Yeah.
don't give somebody something that you wouldn't eat yourself, or
Sure.
like,
Sure. Yeah. That's good advice. Thank you for sharing your story. And I think it's really powerful people to know, like, and you probably knew this, like, growing up too, right? You hear of homeless individuals, or when you're really young, and I think as you go older, hopefully you gain a little more empathy, but you start to think like, oh, it's one thing, right? It's either drug abuse, or it's this, or it's like they don't want to work, or they don't, whatever it is.
Yeah, I got a
think-
jaded attitude toward homeless people, I guess. I know it's
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't want to give them money.
Yeah.
I'll give them a burger or something. But like,
Yeah.
it's not always the case. Like
Yeah.
there's so many different people here
Yeah.
with different situations and things that just happened.
Yeah.
And you never think you're gonna be here.
When you say everybody has a different story, yes, everyone does have a different story. Okay, mine comes from injuries, surgeries, losing my job and everything like that. And I came here just because I didn't want to sleep on the street.
Yeah.
Okay, there are people here that want to help us. There's case managers, there's staff members, security. Everybody here would generally not want us to be here,
Yeah.
but we're here. The thing is, you got to jump through so many different hoops. I have a case manager, she busts her butt to get me out of here.
Yeah.
She does everything she can. But I got surgery coming up again, 3rd time in a year on my foot.
Well.
So it's hard for me to put a construction boot on. It's impossible. What do I do for a living? Construction, security, everything that requires a steel toe. So I can't put that on my foot, so I'm out of work.
Yeah.
What I want to stick on to is the fact that, yes, there are people here that want to help you. They're handcuffed from the state. They're handcuffed with the fact that they don't have enough money to help us. Why don't we take care of our own backyard before we start cleaning up someone else's backyard? When my case manager doesn't have a bus pass for me, so I can't go on to job interviews or anything like that, that's the state's fault.
Yeah.
That's the funding that's going into this program, and this is a good program.
Yeah.
We have these town hall meetings once a month. We say the same stuff every single month. Nothing's getting done because they're not funded to do it. What is the point of these stories that you're doing?
So it's all coming back to inspiring people to take action towards a problem, right? And this series we're doing is all on homelessness in Utah. Our philosophy is you can't really truly want to help a situation or solve a problem if you haven't firsthand experienced some form of empathy. Maybe that's watching a video, maybe that's talking to somebody, right? Whatever that is, like you said, right? When they come bring donors, whoever they may be through here, right? They need to talk to the people, they need to see the shelter, they need to understand the problem. And we believe that if people do that, then they're more inclined to help and take action. And all we gotta do is share the stories and show them how to take action.
To start our philanthropic giving back to the homeless community in Utah, we gave a $1,000 donation to the Road Home to cover 22 homeless individuals' application fees to get back into stable housing.
Hi, you here?
Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah? You guys thirsty? Need some water? I got some waters and electrolytes. Yeah, I got you guys, of course. What you guys up to today?
Just going for a cruise.
Going for a cruise?
Yeah.
You go, sir. Yeah, of course. We're trying to kind of raise awareness for homelessness in Utah and try and get you guys some more help. And I think people just need to understand what it's like, you know, being on the streets and living on the streets. So you all right if I ask you a few questions? So how long have you kind of been in this situation?
About like 2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. What's it been like? What's your experience been like?
It hasn't been easy, but at the same time, you know, people like you guys definitely like, you know, bring, you know, positivity to it and motivation, most definitely.
That's good. That's good. What have been the kind of the hardest parts?
Mainly just like, you know, simple stuff like shelter and like hygiene and stuff like that, you know, and protection, you know.
Yeah.
Especially being a female out here, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So what's your story? What are you from Utah? Kind of where'd you come from?
San Bernardino.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What brought you out to Utah?
At first, I came out here with family to visit family, but then I got pregnant and I had a baby, and then an ultimatum came up, and then I ended up having to stay.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, long story short, domestic violence got, you know, got my baby took in and got me homeless, you know. Kind of stranded out here, you know.
Sorry to hear that. What are you doing right now to try and get out of the situation?
Looking into resources and stuff like that, you know, like, you know, basically how I can like progress, you know.
Yeah. What are your biggest needs right now?
Mainly like hygiene and like hydration, you know.
Yeah. That's good. Well, we got you hydrated, right? That's a good thing. Do you go to the resource center over here a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What is, if you had to just kind of tell other people the hardest thing about being homeless and what they should do to help, what would you say?
Just to know that, you know, it'll get better, you know, and that there's people like you guys, you know, who actually care, you know.
Yeah.
And who aren't like doing it for like anything, you know, like, you know, you guys are like just genuinely care, you know.
Good. We do, and we want to get you guys help for sure. Thank you so much. Thanks very much. Can I ask you a couple questions? You with that? Okay, awesome. My name's Talmadge. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Sean.
Sean. Nice to meet you, Sean. Thanks. So how long have you been here in Utah?
I've been here in Utah going on, I'd say about 6 years.
6 years. Okay. Have you been kind of homeless and on the streets that whole time, or what's kind of your story?
My story is kind of like this young lady's. I came out here with a situation. It wasn't family, it was a spouse of mine. She ended up getting pregnant, and I decided to stay. I ended up getting incarcerated because of a DUI. I decided to actually do the time in the probation, and at the end of the day, my spouse left me. When I got out of jail, I just came out to nothing, absolutely nothing. No family, no anything. So as far as like having like support system, that was out of the question.
Yeah.
I've been really struggling because in order to like have a job and maintain a job, you have to have a place to stay, be able to rest and be ready for work. And being out here in these streets, and the reason why I say being out here inside these streets is because these shelters are completely packed, they're full.
Wow.
So I'm left with only one option, and that's to be outside. And being outside, man, you don't know the next time you're gonna have your next meal, or the next time you're gonna have good sleep. It's been like this roller coaster ride that I never thought that I'd ever be in my life. Setback after setback, it's pretty cutthroat out here.
Yeah.
Pretty cutthroat.
Yeah. Wow. What are like your biggest needs right now? What would help you kind of get out of the situation, would you say?
Place to stay.
Yeah.
Roof over my head.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That would be a complete game changer for me.
Yeah. So how are you getting by right now with eating and meals and transportation and other things like that?
If I have friends, they usually can help out with the meal, a hot meal or whatever, but like, you have the food kitchens and stuff that provide meals. So if I'm on time and able to make it there, there's typically meals available for us.
Well, thank you. What's like, if you had to kind of give like a quick pitch to Utah, to people living in the area, what would you say? Like, what's kind of the biggest need that you, or way that they can help kind of change these situations and help people in your situation out?
Just provide more services. Like when I got out of jail, basically like transitioning back into society, especially without any support whatsoever.
Yeah.
There is really not much out there. If the shelters are open and you have a bed, they're drug ridden.
Yeah.
There's all types of drugs and stuff that essentially sets you back. The environment it's not cohesive for somebody that wants to change their life and want to get back on their feet.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing is services. Also, people have no place to go during the day. They have nowhere to sit, and you got them constantly just migrating from place to place to place because the community doesn't want us around because we're homeless. So you got a whole bunch of people running this way, that way. It's tiring.
Yeah.
I bet you if you look at the feet of everybody that's out here, you look like slaves. Got slave feet. Like one of the biggest issues a lot of people will tell you out here, if you ask them what hurt, the first thing they'll tell you is their feet.
Yeah.
I got blisters all at the bottom of my foot, man. Like I'm just tired of just walking. I feel like this is the present day Trail of Tears, man.
Wow.
The reason why I'm always walking is because I can't sit down for a second.
Yeah.
And the cops come, and we get harassed, and they take our stuff.
Yeah.
Like we just.
Yeah. Are you like ready and able to work? Are you looking for work? You ready to go? You said transportation and a roof over your head would help, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we're out here. We're trying to storytell. We're trying to get people to understand what it's like to be in your shoes, right? So that they can take action and make a difference. So we're gonna do what we can to help you guys out. Anything else you want to say to the audience out there? Things they should be aware of?
That just because an individual is homeless, it's not due to the fact because they just want to. A lot of people like me, I have no option.
Yeah.
We're just like any other person. In some cases, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've met some really like beautiful monsters out here.
Yeah.
Like really beautiful, loving people. And when I compare it to the people that are better off than us, dude, like, you wouldn't imagine like the things that I've heard from people driving by and those that are like in the upper echelons of society. They treat us like shit.
Yeah.
And I'd rather share a meal with a homeless man than a man that has a roof over his head.
Yeah.
So like, I just want you guys to understand that we're no different than anybody else.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should be treated that way. Maybe there would be a little bit more change.
Yeah, I agree. Well, thanks, Sean. It was great meeting you, hearing your story. We'll be in touch. I wanna help you out and wanna get you as much help as we can get you. Yeah, it's crazy to hear these people's stories and hear, you know, the stereotypes, right? Even all these homeless individuals, all about the stereotype constantly, right? Like, people think I'm not willing to work. People think I'm just out here doing drugs all day, all this. And sure, there's definitely evidence of drug use and substance abuse and things like that. But like, these people, they just need chances. They need hope. They need help, right? So we got to get them it.
I basically can take people that are high utilizers of emergency services, and I will work with those clients. So like the police, the LDA, the social worker on the police department can refer people to me. Okay. The other teams, they do people that are more stably housed, they've been in shelter, they've gotten a housing voucher, they live in housing. Mm-hmm. They go in and check on them, make sure that they have food, their bills are paid, make sure their gas, you know, is in their name, things like that. Yeah. Working outside is a little bit more strenuous because you're fighting the system, along with, you know, trying to get these people to learn to trust you, because most people that come through, yeah, I'm gonna help you, and then they're gone. So that happens a lot to people, a lot of disappointment. You gotta just remember, like, I don't know why they're out here. To me, I don't care. I don't care why they're out here. Yep. I want, everybody deserves a home. Everybody deserves to have clean feet. Like they were saying, their feet is a big problem, especially in the winter. We offer Narcan, condoms, any supplies that I can find from donations, I will take to whoever needs. So this is our supply room, brought to us by Downey. We get a food order once a month from the Utah Food Bank.
Awesome.
We have a small pantry. They give us mostly canned items. Once every 2 months or so, we're allowed to order some meat from the storehouse, and that is like, the clients just love it because you don't get meat very often in your food boxes. It's mostly canned food, chips, junk food, not really like substantial food. Yeah. So we also keep clothing here for when we have people that maybe are in their housing and they need clothes, because washing machines are hard to come by. Yeah. But we have sleeping bags, tents, you know, you name it, whatever gets donated, we put it to a good use.
Seems like you can always use more though, right?
Always
use more donations.
Always.
How do people donate to you specifically? Do they just drop it off?
They give it to the resource centers, like Gail Miller or Park. They have donation centers, and then what they'll do is people that work in the warehouses over there let us know that they have certain things we might be looking for, and then my wonderful boss goes and picks it up for us, and we stock our supply room, and we just keep it rotating constantly, getting new stuff. And then even when we don't use it, we find a way to donate it back to the community for people that might need, you know, 10 women's tank tops. So we try to make sure that we never let anything go to waste.
Hey Clarence, how you doing? I'm Talmadge. Nice to meet you. How you doing?
Not bad, you?
Pretty good. Pretty hot out there?
Oh yeah.
I run a channel called Philanthropic, and we're focused on helping people understand problems so that they can know how to take action and get involved. So I just kind of want to know your story mainly, and know a little bit about you, and kind of what it's like, you know, being homeless and being on the streets and those kind of things. So what is kind of your experience been?
It's been a roller coaster ride, going up. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. Most of the time when I'm down is like when I'm out there and I don't have a place to go. It's hard to stay out there where you can stay safe. A lot of times some homeless people, they would take things from you, you know, so it's kind of hard to keep your ID and your things, personal papers and things like that. And it's hard too, being out there by yourself, because I'm not married or no kids. Yeah. It seems like everywhere I wanted to sleep, there's always a no trespassing sign. I've been incarcerated most of my life. I've been out since 2010, and I'm trying to reconstruct my life by trying to do some positive things with myself, by staying out of trouble, and I've been doing that pretty good. So I've been out for 16 years. Okay. And I'm trying to expunge my record, get my case and my background checked is what's really stopping me from getting in any of these apartments. So if you ever been convicted of a felony, you know, so that's where it drops. So most of the time you get turned away, which I got turned away a couple of times.
I hope you can get housed soon, right?
Yeah.
That'll be a big moment.
Right, that'll be a big moment for me. And even though I don't have nothing in there when I move in, but I'll be happy to move and get off the street, take a shower, and it's hard to take a shower. It's hard to maintain your hygiene and stuff like that while you're homeless.
Yeah, and I'm sure you want to.
I'm
right?
sure. Yeah, I'm sure if you can go to the shelter and all that, but sometimes that is not even. They can only take so many people in there. I had a pet too, but my pet really helped me out a lot to just, not to get too much emotional, but to, know that I have a little dog, and he recently got ran over, and I really miss him a lot. And I just hope that if anyone that's out there, that have a pet, to really please take care of him, put him on a leash, and to really give them a good home and to take care of them. And if you have kids too, you don't belong out there. You should go to a shelter, I'm single, so that's why I stay out of there and give these people a chance to get into those places where they want to go.
Yeah, I wish you the best in getting your housing and getting kind of the next chapter of your life. And thanks for sharing your story. And it's helpful for people to hear your story and know how they can give back and help people in your situation. So
I really appreciate you guys too for coming and intervening. I'm grateful for people that are like that.
Yeah.
Especially the road home, they've been really active helping me out, and the VOA, they're all part of that.
Good. Well, I've got some more water and some electrolytes for it if you want some more. If you want to take some in your backpack. But thanks, Clarence, for doing video. Thanks for sharing your story.